Dispatchers help callers on the worst days of their lives. For over 25 years, we've been there. A silent partner in millions of calls thanks to our redundant and diverse networks that ensure call delivery. Today, cities are bigger, traffic more congested, and the challenge is more complex. But you're never alone, because InDigital is quietly improving, implementing, and driving the next generation of 911, so you're supported in every situation. Make the switch at InDigital.net.
If Within the Trenches has ever taught you something, open your eyes to what it is like to be a 911 dispatcher, or has inspired you to become one, then help support us and join our Patreon. Get exclusive bonus content, one-of-a-kind swag, discounts on merchandise, ad-free early access to new episodes, and much more. To join, please visit patreon.com/WTT podcast. And if you're an industry partner, we have something for you as well. And now, for the show.
This is Jordan, and you're listening to the Code 7 Podcast Network.
Warning. This episode contains the 3 A's of podcasting: adult content, adult language, and awesomeness. You've been warned.
Dispatch.
There is no one over here to cook our lunch. We are waiting for our lunch, and there's no one here to cook our lunch.
All right, calm down. Where are you at?
The group home. Now, what are you going to do?
We'll get some help over there for you, okay?
Welcome to Open Mic, where we visit the lighter side of dispatch, because laughing is good medicine. Yo, what is going on? Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to Open Mic Live here on, well, whatever social media platform you're on. I apologize. My daughter was combing my hair earlier, and she's like, "You'll be all ready to go." I love it. I love you, Olivia. Thank you so much. So, the lighting might look a little weird, and this is why I'm late, okay? I'm late because for whatever reason, I turned my computer off. I don't know if there was an update or what, but the lights, I've got 2 different lights right here. The ones that I use, completely gone. I could not get them to come on. I had to restart my computer like 3 or 4 times. And, excuse me, I came to the conclusion that the platform or device app, rather, that I use, for whatever reason, was open 3 different times. So it was like fighting itself on which one to be using. So I had to turn them all off, kill them all, and then bring them back. And now these lights are kind of working. And otherwise, it would be really dark, and you wouldn't be able to see me. So that's why it took forever, and I apologize. But yeah, it is Monday, September 15th. Usually I do this on Sunday, so I know there might not be a lot of people here this evening, which is fine. It's completely fine. I'm still going to do my thing. It's a Monday, so what? Football, wrestling, all types of stuff that's going on right now at this time. So I'm competing against a lot of different things, but that's all right, because again, I'm going to keep doing what I do. This live broadcast is sponsored by InDigital, Alito Next Gen Core Services. Shout out to subscribers as always. Thank you for everything. And as we always do with Open Mic, as we always do about this time, how is everyone doing? How are you feeling? From last week up until now, the beginning of this week, how are you feeling? I know it's probably going to be like, man, it's Monday. It's going to be a low number. I'm coming in at about an 8. So on scale of 1 to 10, 1 being shitty, 10 being awesome, what is your number? Throw that in the comments. I want to see where you're at. Fletch, what up, mofo? What is going on, my friend? This is just another Manic Monday. That's right. Wish it were Sunday, because that's my fun day. Oh man. Yep, it starts already. So, oh, my brother Joe Serio is at a 9.5 snaps. Oh, snaps. That's a good number. That is a good number. That's a good number to jump into. Lindsay, what's going on? Coming in at a 9. All right. All right. Very cool. I'm digging it. So there's a lot. Oh, my homie Chris over here coming up on Facebook. Chris still riding my high from last week. He's a 10 for sure. Sweet. Ryan jumping in here. I am a 6. 12-hour shift turned into a 16-hour shift. Oh, dude. If anyone has any ambulances to handle some calls in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, hit me up. LOL. I'm strapped out. Oh, those are always those kind of scary moments, man. Definitely, nerve-wracking in the sense that when you go to level 0, you're just at that point praying, throwing up a Hail Mary, hoping that no other medicals come in. Because then if you do, then what are we going to do? I mean, you'll probably have your fire rescue, right, out in the area somewhere, but just got to hope that everything goes all right. Let me see. Over here, Fletch says you're showing your age, dude, because I was singing. Yeah, pretty much. No, Chris, I agree with you. I've been riding on the high from last week as well. It's been really good. I've been keeping in touch with a lot of you, and it's been nice. It's been nice. Good conversations. So as we're talking about this already, fresh back, and man, what a week. It was such an amazing week. And for those who don't know, last week I was out at the Mayan Ranch. My good buddy Joe Serio puts on the 360 Dispatcher puts on the 911 Leadership Training event that's out in Bandera, Texas, on the Mayan Ranch. And this is a straight up true blue, like this is a ranch. And there's cabins, amazing food, and just so much coolness that goes on there. And what a lot of people have said is life altering. And I would agree. And if you don't know what it is or what it looks like, I'm going to play something for you here really quick. Let me switch up my audio. And I'm sure the couple people who are watching right now, or maybe one of the two that I'm thinking about is thinking, oh shit, he's going to play the video. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. So let me pull it up here really quick. All right, here we go.
My name is Lindsay Howe. I've been with Riverside County Sheriff's Office for a little over 11 years now. I was super excited about it because I didn't expect to get the opportunity to come in the first place. So I was very grateful and excited and just really happy that I was going to be able to obtain these skills and the knowledge to take back to my center in the future.
My name is Christina Tuttle. I am with the Riverside County Sheriff's Department and I've been there for about 12 years. I am definitely going to be taking back. I learned about followership. I've learned about different leaderships, learning who I am as a leader and trying to help those who maybe don't want to be seen or heard kind of get their voice, to find their voice and help make change to better our culture.
Some memories that I'm going to take with me are the karaoke. That was great. Just dancing, having fun, getting to know all these people from so many different agencies, and there's just a lot of camaraderie that I've gained from this.
If you're on the fence about coming to the ranch, I highly suggest that you do. I am someone who's allergic to the world. I sneeze, cough, but if you prepare yourself, it's such a great place to be, find connections, find people that think like you and have great ideas. I have a few people that I've spoken to throughout the week that I'm going to take back what they already do in their center and try to do it in ours. It's a relaxing but professional setting, and it's kind of like a nice reset. You basically kind of reset your goals. You find out the reason why you want to do this, or remember the reason why you wanted to do this in the first place, and it's just kind of like you feel rejuvenated by the end.
There you have it. That is the ranch. And I will say this here really quick. Oh, wrong one. Oh, there it goes. So this shot here right at the end was one that I just threw in the video when I was creating this, right there at the very end, because it's a cool shot for one. And you got a little bit of that ASMR there. The music ends right at I know I'm nerding out right now. The music ends right at the end, and it's just that reveal shot of the sunrise. That was back in March, and I don't remember how early it was, but I was headed to breakfast, that's for sure. And I remember walking that way, and I had that reveal shot. Now, I know I've mentioned it before, but there's a cabin that I always get. It's like my home away from home. I've gotten it enough times now that that's the one that I ask for every time, for a couple of reasons. One of those reasons is because when I step out of that door, there's a wooden swing right in front, and across from there is the pen where these little like miniature ponies are, and that's where they do all of the feeding for all the goats. Deer come out, some of the rams, and the donkeys, and I can just sit there and chill and just watch them in just a peaceful moment there, just hanging out. And then, of course, this, which you're seeing on the screen, when I get onto that main road from where my cabin is at, this is the type of scenery that I see when I'm walking to breakfast. And it's gorgeous. And I just feel blessed that I get a chance to be an instructor there and help out with so much stuff that's going on. So, Joe, thank you, brother. It means more to me than you know. And I can't say enough about it, which is why I talk about it so much too. But so many people have had moments like this where they're able to take it back with them. So let me switch this here really quick. So that is just an overview of the ranch. I want to show you a picture over here really quick too, as I was talking about the animals and such. So I'm going to put this on the screen next. All right, there we go. So this is me standing outside of my cabin, looking up at, thank you, dude. Looking up at the cabin that's just above where I'm at. So you got goats, and on the other side, you can't see it, but there was a ram on the other side too. And then there's those two donkeys that are right there. So they're always walking around and everything, right? And I've had my fair share of moments with the goats and the rams. And actually there were so many deer that were walking around, man, so many deer. And it was excellent. And I'll tell you some of those stories here in just one moment, but I just wanted to show you a little more of what it looks like. So there's that there. And this next video that I want to show you, it was something that well, let me just play this first, and then we'll do some discussion here. Oh, someone says I have a big mustache. Thank you, I think. Trying to, one day I'm going to grow it out so that I can have it, all curly Q. So I want to play this next one because one of the things that's coming up. So in November, we have another 911 Training Leadership Ranch. and that one's already sold out. If you don't remember me ever saying this to you, um, these events sell out a year in advance. So when you hear that they're opening up, or maybe someone called out and or couldn't make it after all, and there's a seat open or something, I mean, it's rare that it happens, but if it does, jump on it because you're able to get in there. Oh wait, Chris Nichols is jumping in here. What's up, yo? Says Chris Carlton, I keep singing Amarillo by Morning. Yeah, see, that's the thing right there. Those are two people that went to the ranch this past week, and we were talking. Like, I was talking to a bunch of people, and I was telling them, it's something, right? When you get back that weekend, or when you go back to work, but it's for whatever reason, it's that Monday that it hits, and you feel just okay, back to reality, because you're there, Monday. Not Monday morning, everyone gets in on Monday, but you're there from Monday through Friday. And you kind of get used to it a little bit, even though you're calling family, and doing everything, but you kind of get used to being there and you're with everyone. And then at the end, like on Thursday, even Wednesday, going into Thursday, like, man, tomorrow's Thursday already. And then Thursday evening, you're thinking, I can't believe it's already the end. It feels like it was just yesterday. Everybody was arriving. We had just finished the meet and greet, and we were going to Hicksville to have the steak dinner, which, by the way, I'm not saying that, I'm not being a dick. Like, that the last name of the people that run the place is Hicks. And there's a section out there where we go and have dinner twice out of the week, and they call it Hicksville. So don't get it twisted, all right? I'm not being a dick. I'm just telling you. Let me see. Amy over here says, I'm seriously debating trying to fund my own way to the ranch. Seeing and hearing all about it. Dude, I'm telling you, it's all about that investing in yourself. And there's a clip that I have. I have to run it by my fearless leader first, and maybe I'll share it. But it's one where we're in the dining hall, and it's probably about 40 seconds long, where he's just simply talking about what we're going to be doing, in the sense that he says something to the effect of, if you want to be a leader, you have to do this, 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 and this. And again, 40 seconds. And in those 40 seconds, it's pretty good. It's pretty deep. It really makes you think just in that moment. So I'm gonna see if my homeboy will let me play it, because it's pretty important. It's pretty good. And I'm glad that I was able to record it there right at the end when he was talking. So it's really good. But either way, I'm gonna send it out to him. Let's see. Donna says, Donna Dudek, what up, Donna? She says, it was seriously life-changing. Yeah, a lot of folks have said life-changing, life-altering. There's so much that comes out of it throughout the entire week. And some people were like, so you're our group therapy for the Imagine Listening piece? I'm like, yep, you go through all of this stuff, and then I fuck you up in the end. Not really. I'm joking. I'm just joking. No, we go through all of that with Imagine Listening, because throughout the whole week, the stuff that you're learning about yourself even, and then we start reflecting on the profession, the calls that we've taken, and opening up with each other and just supporting each other. And then, of course, the last piece where we're laughing as well. And I get a chance to share part of my story with everyone as well. And it's just one of the coolest things, one of the most impactful and powerful things I've ever been involved in over these years that I've gone out there to the ranch, and also for, Imagine Listening. I've been doing it for about 9 years now. And that has been super powerful and impactful every single time I do it. So having the privilege to do it there with folks every single time I wouldn't change it for the world. Let's see. Oh, Chris says also make note that I actually got to see the armadillo. 10 out of 10. Dude. Okay, Chris, I'm sorry. I hope that it's okay that I say this. Because it was the most amazing thing ever. And I say that because it just was. So one of the things that Chris wanted was to be able to see an armadillo, and I believe we were on, unless you saw it, another one. We were on the hayride going out to that section that they call Hicksville for dinner. I think it was the night of the barbecue that we were having, and there was one running, and she saw it and was just so excited, and that was the most amazing part, because just you were so genuine and giddy about being able to see it. It was one of the best things ever. That's all I wanted to say. Well, excuse me. And your face was slightly red, only because that's how excited you were that you got to see the armadillo. And I was like, oh, snap. You got to see it. I mean, everyone was like, yay. And I think that's one of the best things as well, is that you've got all of these amazing 911 professionals, these 911 heroes. And sometimes our thick skin really shows through. Sometimes people can be standoffish and like, oh, I don't know what to do. Oh, we're going to have to talk. But as you go through Chris's response, that's perfect. As we go through all of this, everyone starts to open up. The wall comes down, and we all just start talking and being there for each other. And you meet so many people, different walks of life, same profession, right? Different situations. But you get to learn from each other. I mean, the support that comes out of all of it is just, it's hard to explain. Mark the Cop joining in on Instagram. Dude, when are we going to do that next one? We got to talk, man. Mark the Cop jumping in here over on Instagram. This is badass. So, it looks like I got the go ahead. So I want to play this. I want to play this really quick, in hopes that you were going to hear this, bro, and say, go for it. I had it ready just in case. All right, let me turn it over here really quick, because I want to play this. Oh, my mom is in the audience. Hola, ma. Hello. My mom says takes one person to open the floor. Yes, that's exactly right. And what I'm going to play right now is just a short clip of after the meet and greet that we did. I believe it's after. Yeah, I believe it's after. Now I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's after. But either way, I'm just going to play this here really quick. Hopefully you can hear it, because I haven't done anything with the audio. It's just off of my phone, and I was kind of standing far away.
Look, if you're going to be a leader, you really have to sort out some of the stuff that's going on in your head. You have to sort out some of the stuff that's going on in your past. You got to sort out some of the stuff that you're hanging on to from your childhood. And we're going to talk about that. So tomorrow, we're going to talk about fear and emotional intelligence in the morning, and we're going to deal with stress issues in the afternoon. And it's going to have to do with work, but guaranteed 90% of it's going to be just about your life.
Right there. Papa Joe talking. He's going to be like, what? Excuse me. Right there. That's in the dining hall. Okay. Just got done with the meet and greet. And that's the other thing. Not everyone, right? There are certain things when you go into a leadership training event, retreat, summit, whatever you want to say, that people will end up saying, we have to talk to each other. We have to do this. It's like, yeah, if you want to be a good leader, you're going to have to learn to talk to people, not just yourself in the mirror or in your head. You're going to have to get through and get out of your own way. There are many different things. So that's why I'm glad that I was taking some video there at that moment to capture that little bit. Like I said, it's like 40 seconds or something. No, it's 30 seconds. 30 seconds exactly. And in that little bit right there is a lot of what we're talking about. There were so many different things. And yes, like Chris says, Joe makes you break the ice. Yes, because that's just the beginning of what you're going to be doing throughout the entire week. And it's awesome to have that little bit right there so that people can hear it and they know. And if you look at their faces, people are realizing, oh shit, this isn't, your regular whatever leadership training that we're going to be doing. No, bitch. Like, you're going to be doing a lot of different things, and you're going to be learning about yourself. It's awesome. I love it, man. I love it. And I love that so many people just really, really put themselves out there. I mean, I say this in my class to people all the time. You're going to get out of this what you put in. If you're just going to sit there and bullshit, then that's all you're going to do. That's it. Joe says the same thing to everyone when we're there at the ranch. You're going to get out of this what you put in. He also says, so what are you waiting for? I've played that clip from a keynote that he did from one of the Dare to Be Great events, and it's true. I mean, I consider the ranch life-altering as well, not just because of everything that I get to do there, but a couple of years ago, I too was at a fork in the road. I wasn't sure what I was going to be doing. I knew that I was going to continue doing the podcast and all this other stuff, right? But I wasn't sure at what capacity. Because there was a point where I almost left 911. I had the opportunity to be a professor, to teach storytelling and marketing, and that door is still open. I could easily go and do it, wear a corduroy jacket with the patches, be el profe Martinez. But I stayed because I knew that's not where I wanted to go yet. I drove over 20 hours to the ranch just to clear my head. And I had a great conversation with Joe. And I remember him saying, like, why don't you teach? Like, why don't you have like an 8-hour class or something? I was like, dude, I can't do that like you do. Like, I don't think I could do that. I don't know that I'm built for it. And he goes, how many years have you been doing what you do? And I said, over a decade. And he goes, you can do it. He's like, you've been doing that this whole time. Yeah. So my mom is in the comments. She goes, profe, like professor. But he goes, you can do it. So for me, that was a life-altering moment as well. I mean, Joe and I have done a lot of different things together. We've had a lot of deep conversations, whether it be family, our parents, especially our fathers, and work, especially music, though, just like going through a bunch of different stuff and then talking about this. So that's where my 8-hour communications course came from, was from all of those conversations and that life-altering experience for myself 2 years ago when I drove there and then drove back. And I can't thank you enough, man, and everybody else who has brought me into the fold, because I'm I'm known for the things that I do, right? But I'm not fully known as like a regular trainer. It's picking up and doing more now, but before that, I wasn't sure. I would have been, like I said, I would have been a professor, man. And I know I would have been happy too because I love marketing and storytelling. But yeah, they've told me the door is still open if I ever want it. So it's been excellent there. Over here in the comments, just reading really quick, Donna says the ranch helped me break down, break out, and break through. Oh, do you hear that, Joe? Donna says, I'm going to put on the screen really quick. Donna says the ranch helped me break down, break out, and break through. Those from breakdown to all the way down to breakthrough, there's your next t-shirt that you wear at the ranch. Break down, break out, and break through at the ranch. Boom. Donna, you'll have to talk to Joe to see how you get your royalties for that. But the reason I say that is because you don't... I love Joe. Joe is like a host of like the Oscars or something, because you know how they're always changing outfits. I actually saw when he pulled a shirt out and went to the bathroom to change it and come back. He changes shirts like 30 times, not that much, but sometimes. And I'll see him. I'm like, dude, when did you even leave to change? I was sitting here the whole time. It's like Joe vanish, smoke, comes back. He's in a different shirt. It's amazing. Like everyone started noticing. They're like, wait, when did you change? I love it. Speaking of shirt, really quick, break into this because Chris was in the comments. There it is again, Chris. And your shirt will be coming in the next few days. Woo! All right, so I want to keep reading what's in the comments here. Amy says, somehow I'll find a way there. It sounds amazing and life-changing. Donna says, it absolutely is. Apply for a scholarship with 911 Wonder Women. That's how I got there. Donna says, Joe is amazing. He helped me so much, especially over the last year. Donna says, make it, and I'll wear it in December. All right, we'll have to figure something out. Donna says, he changes more than Taylor Swift during her Eras tour. Woo! Yep, that's what I'm talking about. Ryan says, you didn't do the woo, right? I did the woo just now. Excuse me. Oh, man. Sorry. My chest is all blah. So, so there's all of these awesome things, right, that go on there. Now, as I mentioned, oh, the DuckTales. Oh, woo! There you go. That one's for you. Yes, because it says it right there. This is a DuckTales inspired dispatcher shirt. So emergency dispatchers established 1968. Life is like a hurricane here in dispatch. I got to figure out some more lyrics to go with that part, but yeah. Dispatch. Woo! All right, there we go. There, I did it. I did it twice now. Oh man, I'll have to do that one next time for karaoke, just like Lindsay did back in March. Or one of the ones I thought I might do is "Thank You for Being a Friend" from the theme music from the Golden Girls. So I might have to do that one as well. November is the next ranch. What I want to play really quick though, before I go further, is, as I was saying, because I went way off, is that November I'll be back there for the 911 leadership training event, and December we've got something coming up December as well. So I'm going to play that here right now, and then we will go from there.
This is Joe Serio. I'm at the Mayan Ranch in Bandera, Texas. You know, mental health in the 911 industry is critical. It impacts everything you do at work and at home. Your performance, burnout, PTSD, PTSI. There's no more critical issue. If you can't show up to do your job, how do we help the public? The problem is you don't have enough help. You don't have enough support in so many agencies. So I decided to launch our first 911 mental health retreat, December 1 to 5, 2025, here at the Mayan Ranch. The faculty includes the legendary Dr. Michelle Lilly, who pioneered mental health and stress and resilience for the 911 industry. So join us December 1 to 5, 2025. There are still spots available. For more information and registration, visit joeserio.com, JOESERIO.com.
Oh, yeah. There you have it, folks. There is a mental health ranch that's going to be coming up. 3 licensed therapists will be there. One of those being Dr. Michelle Lilly. Such a good friend of mine, friend of Joe's, and a lot of folks. She does excellent work. Always love talking with her. And I believe the last few times that I have had her as a speaker for Dare to Be Great, we started singing some songs. And so it's always fun to have her on there. But I just wanted to show this video here because this was one that, excuse me, that we had put together. And there's a lot of different things that we are doing. But Joe is hosting this there at the Mayan Ranch again for the first mental health ranch retreat. A lot of amazing things that are going to be going on there, and there are seats available still. This is December 1 through the 5th, 1st through the 5th of this year. So this coming December, in just a few months, is going to be going on. Go to joeserio.com to find out more information about that. But again, there are seats available, so this is your chance to jump in there and check it out. And what I will say too is, and I'm not playing them on here because I haven't had a chance to edit them, but we stood out there for a while. Excuse me. And it was hilarious. It was hot, man. It was pretty hot. And we were standing there, and we walked from where I believe Nancy was teaching at the time, Nancy Lockhart. She was out there as well. And it was just phenomenal work going on over there while we were doing our recordings and stuff. And we go out to that area, and which is just across from where my cabin is. And we're standing there, and we've got the little miniature ponies there off to the side. At one point, they kept moving around. I wanted them to stay on the left and Joe be on the right. And so we had it framed perfectly. But then a couple times the tan pony was moving around. I was like, damn it. And Joe looks back and he goes, cooperate with us. It was so good. But it did cooperate after that. So I was like, well done. And then, of course, you know, there's always people driving around. So there was one take that was just like perfect. And then we get to the end, and there was this pickup truck that was coming towards us, and we're like, no. And we stopped, but the truck ended up turning somewhere else. It didn't even come all the way to where we were at. And when I listened to the playback later, you couldn't even hear the truck when it was coming up. So that was even more funny, but it was a good time. And again, I just wanted to make sure to play this. I'm going to be adding it on a reel and such and all that good stuff, TikTok and everything. So look out for that. That'll be coming up as well tomorrow. So with that, I've got a couple more pictures that I want to show you here. This this looks so stupid looking at it right now. It's me. So yeah, it looks stupid, but bam. Oh, look at that. Look at that fool over there. That's so funny. So here's just one of the things. One of the things that that's there is this big ass longhorn steer. Now, the one from a couple ranches ago, his name was Nacho. This one, let me introduce you to Cowpoke. That's right. This one is named Cowpoke. Very cool. I've got video where there were tons of people waiting to get on and get pictures and stuff. So I've got some B-roll of that. And then I think I was the last one to get up there on Cowpoke. And it was, I thought at first, oh man, I don't know that I'm going to be able to like get my leg over because he looks enormous. Like he looks wide, but it was actually easier than I thought. So I go to climb up and stuff. And I throw my leg over and I get up on top. And there was a couple, there was pictures being taken and everything. So this is one of the poses. And the guy, okay, the guy who was holding on, like you can see the rope right here, right? So off to the right was a cowboy, and super nice and funny. He also looked like he was an older gentleman. I'll just say it that way. He was an older gentleman and kind of thin. And I thought, oh man, if Cowpoke decides to take off, we're both going to be in some shit because this guy who's like a 110-year-old cowboy is going to get dragged. But then I thought, no, this 110-year-old cowboy would probably be completely fine. I'm 44, but he could probably whip my ass. He could very much hold his own. That thing was real? Yeah, Mom. Yeah, it was real. Jeez, it's dry in here. I apologize. Yeah. Cowpoke was real. He was definitely it wasn't just like a statue that they brought out. This is a real steer that they brought. But again, that little old man probably would beat me down and would probably jump onto Cowpoke and tame him like nothing because cowboys are awesome, right? And super strong. And I'm like a marshmallow up there. So at one point, I thought he was going to take off because so I'm sitting there, right? I maneuvered my my weight a little bit. I shifted a little bit, and then it started shifting too and was moving around. And I went, whoa, 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 whoa. And the guy who's holding on to him, he's like, you all right? You all right? I was like, thanks, guy. But it was a lot of fun. That was a lot of excuse me, a lot of fun. And there are a lot of folks that were there who have pictures with a bunch of other animals. And I don't remember what night that was. It might have been Thursday. And they had a porcupine, they had a llama, they had a snake. I'm trying to remember what the other one was. But either way, they had a lot of different animals there. And it was a very, very cool thing. Again, just one of the things that's there. And Chris, I don't know if you're still watching, Chris Nichols, that is, but I just want to congratulate you once again on your award that you got. And as she was saying, and others have said, they ended up getting there because of the 911 Wonder Women, because of their fireworks scholarship. I don't remember. I used to sit on their board. I was one of the original folks on the board, and I used to sit on the board, so I knew everything. But it's been a while, so I don't remember how many times a year they do it now. But that is one of those, one of the scholarships that goes directly to. I mean, they offer the scholarship for other conferences, and I think your EMP certification and some other stuff like that. But one of them also is for the ranch, and so Chris Nichols was able to go, and I think it's 911wonderwomen.com. You can find more information on it, so make sure to do so, because they always have scholarship opportunities coming up and such. So check them out. You'll get a chance to potentially go to the ranch or any other way to invest in yourself. There are a lot of different opportunities. And one of the things that I'm going to be doing here going into 2026 is bringing back the Within the Trenches. Oh, wait, hold on a minute. Looking over here. Is that Teresa? What up, girl? a chupacabra type thing was there. You're going to have to send me a picture so that I can see this, because now I want to know what it looks like. Yeah, it is you. What's up, yo? What are you doing? So I want to bring back that scholarship. I had stopped it in 2020. Samantha Hawkins was the last person to get it. And because of COVID, of course, we couldn't do everything, but we did it the next year, 2021. She ended up going to the APCO conference. So I want to bring that back, and then add the ranch to the places that people would be able to go. So when I was doing it, it's just, for example, it started out with Nina. Then the following year it was for APCO. The following year is for Navigator. And then the following would be for the ranch. So I have to figure out the logistics and everything, but that's one of the things that I want to do as well. So opportunities all out there for so many different people. And again, I can't talk enough about the awesomeness that's there. And oh, I just got a picture. Okay, so what is that? Okay, I'm gonna see if I can put it on camera, because I can't. Oh, actually, you know what? Maybe I can't. Hold on a minute. Stand by as I try to pull this up over here. I might be able to do it. Hell yeah, I can. All right, here we go. Let's see. What the hell is that? Oh, hold on a minute. There we go. Ta-da. See, man? There's a way. There's a way. There we go. Boom. That right there. You just love technology. Like, I just got this in a text message. So whatever that is was there as well. It looks cool, man. It looks like it's like a jackrabbit. It's not a jackrabbit. I don't know what it is, but it looks pretty cool. So again, all different types of animals that were there that, people could take pictures with and just chill and hang out. That is actually right here in this is Nancy, and then there's Chris Nichols right there. So a lot of cool things, man. A lot of cool things that were seen. And just, again, I can't speak enough about it, because there's so many things. Oh, Ryan says kangaroo or a cousin of it. Maybe. Over here, Joe says rabbit, kangaroo, rat combo. It was an RKR. That's what it was. It was an RKR, a rabbit, kangaroo, rat combo. I don't know. And then, of course, all the music that goes on there and the karaoke, it was really good. And when you get there on Monday and you're doing all the stuff in the beginning, and then Tuesday starts, and you think, man, Tuesday. Oh wait, Joe says that's what you get in a Chinese restaurant. I do remember one time, it was a chicken skewer, but the way it was shaped, someone ended up saying that it was squirrel on a stick, and I thought, wait, what? And the waiter goes, yeah. I said, what? And then they started laughing, and they're like, no, it's just chicken. I was like, okay, I mean, I'm gonna eat it. It was one of the funniest things, man. It was good, whatever it was. It could have been squirrel on a stick. I have no idea. Either way, it was awesome. It was really, really good. And I enjoyed it. So, we go throughout that week. There's the music, there's the karaoke. And as I was saying, like, Tuesday, you start everything. And sometimes you think, all right, well, it's Tuesday. We got the rest of the week. And then, like that, before you know it, we're at the end. And Joe has started playing this song at the very end that a good friend of his wrote. And it's really awesome to hear it and just kind of look at the audience. Look at the students, the attendees there. As we've gone through the entire week, and you can see almost a change in a sense. And maybe more so, you can feel it in the room. You can feel it from everyone there. And it's hard to describe, I do want to show one last thing here as we're going into the wrap-up of this. I took this picture. I'm pretty sure that it was the last morning that we were there. I just stood there staring for a while. And I thought, this is what it's all about. It's almost like that sunrise there was the beginning of everyone's next step as we come to a close at the ranch. A new beginning. Every day, there's a sunrise. Every day, there's a new beginning. But this one being just that much more special, as we've gone through the entire week with each other, supporting, caring, healing, and finding some form of closure through everything that we've been talking about the entire week. Whether it be the discussions, the group activities, the karaoke, the food, the laughter, the crying, whatever it is, all of it combined, we found each other. And we've come together there on that land. So here's to all of you. Everyone who was there last week. Everyone who's ever gone to the ranch for this event. Thank you for putting yourself out there, for wanting to change, for wanting to take that next step, and for what you do in this profession. A big thank you to all the instructors and our fearless leader, Joe. Thank you. I hope that you have enjoyed this open mic, and I hope that your numbers have gone up. It's always fun with all of you here on Open Mic Live. But if you thought we were done, we're not done yet, because I have 2 stories that I want to tell you before we go. I just wanted to have that moment to show you that sunrise and talk to you. Because it's all about communication, right? It's all about the experience. I wanted you to have that moment. I wanted you to be able to think about it and to say thank you as well. So as we go into the wrap-up of this, I want to share 2 things with you. One of the nights, these are both stories that have to do with goats and rams. It's a good way to close it out, because I wanted to have that serious moment and then leave you with a funny story. So, one of the nights I was coming back from the saloon and hanging out with everybody. Well, I wasn't in the saloon, I was outside of it. We had just come back from from eating dinner. I'm pretty sure this first one was on Monday. My allergies were killing me. So I usually go to the saloon with everyone and just hang out, listen to music and such all throughout the week, Monday through Thursday. But because I was drained and everything, I just went back to my room, or to my cabin, that is. So I'm walking back to the cabin. Okay, this is on Monday. I'm pretty sure this was Monday night. Walking back to the cabin, and I have my phone out. Okay, I have my phone with the light going, because going up the hill, they've got these huge lights, right? But once you get past the last one, it's just like the glow of whatever lights are on in the cabins. Or maybe some of the cabins have an outside light on. And mine wasn't on at the time. So I've got my phone, and I'm walking up to the main drive where my cabin is. And as I turn, I see all of these beady eyes glowing. And I thought, oh, shit. Okay. Those are all the goats, and I know that there are 2 rams with them. And they're just staring at me. And I'm staring at them. And now we're having a staring contest. Who knows who's going to win? Not me. They can probably all take me out. I'm standing far enough away from them, though. And I'm just there with my phone like a dumbass. And I'm thinking, okay, come on, let's start going. So then I thought, well, what if I move forward a little bit? Then maybe they'll move. As I was going to move, they started moving before me. So they're far enough to the side that I can haul ass to the front door of my cabin, okay? So they're here and I'm here, and as I'm going by, I'm like even with them. And I start hearing like hoof, like pulling up rocks in you know, earth. And I'm thinking, oh shit, I'm about to get nailed. Like it's gonna charge me. And I start moving a little faster. And then as I'm looking at them to see like where I need to jump, if I can jump, right? If I'm fast enough, I see the 2 rams go up in the air and pop. That's what I hear, are their horns hitting. They weren't even paying attention to me. They were battling for supremacy. They were just to the side of me. Like I could have been there going, yeah, go, go, go. Like that's how close I was. So you've got all the goats like around them, like it's fucking Street Fighter or Kickboxer or Lionheart. and the two rams are in the middle and they're just like just hitting each other with their horns. But that initial, like you could hear the yeah, I thought I was about to get charged, man, but nope. They weren't even paying attention to me. They were just beating each other down, having their own little match. I was like, all right, well, if I had some popcorn, I could come back out here and watch. But no joke, man, I was freaking out. And then a couple days later, Wednesday, I believe it was, we were coming back from eating barbecue, and I got off the wagon ride, the hay ride. Couldn't think of it. The hay ride. I was gonna go into the saloon because I was feeling a little bit better, but my neck was so stiff, and I thought, man, I've got some cream back in the cabin. I'm gonna put some on my neck. It's basically like BioFreeze or Bengay, but it's got a little bit of CBD in it. So I was gonna go put that on and then come back. So I call my daughters to say goodnight, and I'm talking to them the whole way over there, right? And as I get back to my cabin, they're back, but they're right by my door. Now, the good thing with the cabin that I have is that there are two doors. They were by the one closest to the swing, and I'm standing there looking at them, and I'm telling my daughter, Olivia, I said, so there's a ram and some goats that are right by my door. And she goes, oh no, what are you going to do? I said, well, first, I'm going to get off the phone with you because I don't want you to hear your pop getting popped. So I get off the phone with her and I'm standing there for a moment. I'm like, man, come on. I was like, I just need to put this stuff on and then I'm going to go. You can have the area back. So I end up going all the way around to try to open the other door, but then I remembered it's got one of those chain locks on it, and I had locked it from the inside because the other door is the one that I always come in. So I thought, damn it, what am I gonna do? So I started like getting as close as I can, and it stops. Like one of the rams stops and just stares at me. I'm like, oh no. And I think I felt myself twitch a little bit, and then it just walked away. Okay. That was it. It just walked away and I was able to get in. But as soon as I put that cream on and I sat down on the couch that's there in my cabin, I was like, nope, my ass isn't going anywhere because I just hit a wall. And I'm pretty sure that night I went to sleep early as hell. And that was the night that I ended up sleeping for like 9 hours, man. 9 hours. I haven't had that much sleep in years. So obviously I needed it. But either way, I just wanted to finish this off with those couple stories because that's one of the things that I love about the ranch as well. It's just all the animals, man. The goats could probably, and the rams could probably care less about me. I'm more in my head than anything else. But it makes for a funny story. Either way, it has been an amazing evening with all of you, and I appreciate you all so much. Again, if you get a chance, right now what's open for the 911 training leadership event or leadership training event is March of 2026. So go to joeserio.com. That's Joe, SERIO.com, JOE. Go there, find out more information, but also you can find out more information about the Mental Health Ranch that is coming up in December. And that's just a few months away, man. So get on it, jump on it. There's your call to action. This live broadcast has been sponsored by InDigital, Leader Next Gen Core Services. Shout out to subscribers as always. Thank you for everything. I appreciate you more than you know. If you ever want to be a guest on the flagship show, the OG show Within the Trenches podcast, and I've got actually several more episodes for the Imagine Listening podcast. I had to pull that one back. I mean, they're all still live. I just haven't had a chance to put the next one out because I've been so busy. But the next ones are coming out here in the next week. And so make sure to look for those. But the easiest way to do all of this is to simply go to links.co/IM911. You'll find everything there. Once again, that is links with 2 i's.co/IM911. You'll find my email, social media, where to hear the latest episode of Within the Trenches podcast, as well as Imagine Listening podcast, where to get the Imagine Listening books, the free link to the Trenches community, free community there with over 200 hours of free continuing education, as well as the exclusive home of the Public Safety Showcase. All of that is there, as well as podcast and dispatch merch. Scroll all the way down once you go to links with 2 i's.co/IM911, and you'll find the link there. And there's also a link to be on the OG podcast. So all of it is there. Easy peasy. Check it out. This can be seen on Facebook, YouTube, X, as well as LinkedIn Live and Instagram. And then there are clips of the show and other stories all over the place on Instagram Reels, Facebook Reels, and TikTok. So make sure to check all of that out. And then for whether it be the flagship show or Imagine Listening, you can hear 24/7 on Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, your favorite podcasting app, and withinthetrenches.net. Have a good one, everyone. Have an excellent night, and we will see you all this Sunday for another installment of Open Mic Live. Have a good one.